Carina stood out to me initially just because we played on like a competing rival teams. First impressions when I first met her was smart, very composed, witty, like a social leader. A lot of people really migrated towards her.
It wasn't really like a question about whether or not she was gonna completely commit to being the best player and leader that she could be and win games. She wanted to win and she did. Yeah, it was just kind of easy to follow Carina because she really set the tone.
You know, they had the very social side of their class and the very academically driven side of their class, and I don't think there's ever been a gap bigger, and I think she was able to do both to the highest extent. Sometimes we didn't know how, but she did. And I think that's why so many people respected her, because whatever she was doing was her priority, and she knew how to separate those things, so she never let one give to try and enjoy some of the other stuff of being a college student.
Her position on the field, I think, worked really nicely with her leadership qualities as well, because she was a center defensive mid and she really played that role of boss, quarterback, whatever you want to call it. She set the tone, she controlled the tempo, everything ran through her on and off the field. I just think really natural to follow Carina because she encompassed those leadership qualities all around.
She was always the first person speaking when the team would come together saying, listen, this is what I see happening and this is how I think we should deal with it. And then she was also good at calling out individual people and giving them the feedback that they needed in the moment. Like, hey, you're doing this really well. I think we could see improvement here. And that's going to help the greater team reach our goal and be successful together.
My freshman year, one of my first appearances, I basically assisted the other team to score on us. It was a really bad moment for me and I was ready to freak out, and she just grabbed the whole team together right after the goal and was just looked at me and was like, don't ever do that again, but it's over. Move on, go do something and make a difference. And I did. I went and scored. And it was just the way that she didn't even let me go there. Like, she just grabbed me, pulled me right out of it, and focused me again. And that stuck with me.
The team doesn't tick the way it ticked without an engine like that centrally. She ran the show, but from a subtle position that never really gained any recognition for it. And I do think just her ability to lead and empower people to compete at the highest level is definitely not something many young student athletes are able to do.
If you look at the team over those 4 years, like, Carina was the captain. Like, she was the lead of that success.
She was a captain for 3 years. She won 3 out of 4 conference championships. Her awareness and effectiveness as a leader and a player were 100% essential to the success of the team in those years. I wouldn't have become the player if I did, if it wasn't for Carina, and I think a lot of people would say the same.
You don't see many that can carry the weight of what we asked of her as a player and the weight of what we asked of her as a leader, and do it with people still respecting her, liking her, appreciating her, not getting too frustrated with feedback and things like that. So everything is why she should be inducted into this year's Hall of Fame class.